And hello everybody, welcome to the next episode of Lotro Gaming. I was just talking to a subscriber, which made me happy. This is Joseph Laborde, our 50th subscriber, and any subscriber that talks to me in-game makes me happy. So if any of you are in Gladden, send mail or try to talk to Falhelion or Warden of Renown, two people I get on. Most likely Falhelion, because I get on her the most. And I'll respond to him in just a second. I am terrible at multitasking, so I have no idea if I would remember what I'm talking about if I went to respond to him. This is a general tips and tricks video for the hunter at level 21. I know this isn't comprehensive, mainly because I don't have nearly a quarter. I don't even know if I have a quarter of the skills that my hunter is going to have. Ignore that noise. There's going to be lots of skills that I will get later. But for now, I have a decent selection, and I've been doing more of a playthrough than a walkthrough, so I thought now would be a good chance to give you some tips on how to use a hunter. And this one may be obvious, but the Passage of Nature is really awesome. You get one for men later, and that one's also useful. So say I wanted to kill a useless spotted field buck. I don't know if they come up here. They don't. The gray ones don't come up on here. That's too bad, because the gray ones are fun, but I'm an elf. I can't kill helpless creatures. The elves are always annoying that way. So if I were to go track him, and poof, he's on my radar, and I had to pick one that was really far away, because I have no idea why. And this one scares away animals, and I'll go scare away this animal. And it's also, you can take on a good amount of animals with this skill by causing one of them to run off, and then it's like you fighting one less if they were all grouped. So I just do that, and he's interrupted and runs off with his tail between his legs. Then again, his tail is always between his legs, which is kind of odd. I wonder how long it lasts until then. And let's see, you have tracking skills. No, that's not hunter specific. This is for purging poison. It doesn't do anything right now, but why not? And I will talk to him because he's talking to me a lot. I'll talk to him just to postpone it. And I'll have to figure out time. Well, this guy's actually doing decent just because hunters think at close combat without skills. And die. And chance. Poor guy. So now we have a baby. When the big ones give you too much trouble, attack the smaller ones. The logic of life. So onwards to the actual skills. Of the melee skills you've got are Swift Stroke, which is a pretty decent filler move. It gives you extra parry rating, so it's good for that. Scourging Blow, which does virtually nothing unless you combine it. I'm going to friend Edge Princess. Yay. And then, whatchamacallit, I forgot what I was going to see. I told you that I was going to go and focus on him and then lose my train of thought, and I was correct. I correctly estimated my own, I don't know what you'd call that. So you have fishing. No, that's not a hunter skill. You have focus. Focus is a useful one in that it allows you to get all of these little focus points without actually fighting the enemy. So you can open up with something magnificently huge like that, and then follow it up with Scourging Blow, and they're pretty much fixed. Scourging Blow is useless unless it's paired with Barbed Arrow, in my personal opinion. It will get rid of the bleeding, but still. This one is essentially a weaker version of this one unless you use this first. Then you have, this isn't a melee skill, this is a trap. Traps are useful. I don't set them up unless I'm fighting something really big. So I'm going to sit over here and use a Swift Bow on him. And right now, as far as I can tell, this is the only focus attack I can use. Although, that could just be me forgetting that I haven't been to the skill trainer. In fact, I'm almost certain I've probably forgotten to go to that's a wonderful sentence right there. I could be missing the ones from level 21, and I apologize for that, but I'm pretty sure I went there and got the level 20 skills, because I did the level 20 or 50. I have no idea what level this is for. Whatever level you got one of this I think is the last one I got, and I think this was 18 at least, so I'm not that far off, and you're annoying and you're messing up my commentary, so die. And of the stances you'll have right now, I would pick Strength because it gives you extra damage and super slowing for your quick shot. This one gives you a slight increased chance for critical hit, and in my experience I don't hit critical hits that often, but that could just be because I'm unlucky. I have a history of unluckiness in video games, and I'm sure that translates to Lotro. I don't miss all that often unless I'm using something truly awesome, then I tend to miss. And you're annoying too. Wow, all the animals around here are annoying. So, this, and Sylvan Shadows is essentially a burglar sneak, like the burglar can use, except it's weaker because you're easier to spot. So if I were to do a Sylvan Shadows, get in there, then, and I'm going to go stand in front of this person, and he's going to notice me really quickly, I'm sure, even though he's quite a couple levels beneath us, beneath me. Yep, he can tell. And use circles, and I'm toast. So, I would only use it when you're barely in their range for a couple seconds, unless they're barely within your thing, like this guy. I could have made it through, if I was going as fast as I could, through close by, I think. But it's not nearly as effective as the burglar. So I don't use that one very often. There's a deed for it I'll have to get someday, and that will be annoying because it will take forever and I'll forget to use it. Then Swift Bow. Swift Bow is bread and butter for a hunter of this level, at least in my opinion. I'm probably not as well educated on this as I could be, as I'm only level 21. The Swift Bow is one of the strongest skills you have that cools down that quickly. You can use it once per battle easily, sometimes twice or 3 times, depending on how huge the guy you're attacking is. And let's go attack somebody who can fight back. Well, that's skills. She didn't even raise her leg. She just kind of teleported on top and fell back down. Well, okay then. I wish there was a graphics for climbing things, because that would make this game so much more epic. I was watching a game recently called Rage, and while it's gory and I don't recommend it for children, I do think that's awesome. Some of the enemies actually interact with the terrain depending on what you do to it. So they'll jump off chandeliers or whatever wrecked thing on the roof was a chandelier, and they'll generally make a nuisance of themselves, but they'll do it in a graphically cool way. And if these guys could actually climb on roofs or climb over, and you'll see them climbing over, that would make my day. Although I doubt that's too in-depth for Turbine right now. So I won't be sad if I don't see it, but it would still be an awesome addition to this game. Make it that much cooler. And that was a tangent completely off subject. Blindside is an interesting attack. It will interrupt inductions and does a decent amount of damage on guys 7 levels below me. So this probably isn't a good estimate for what damage it'll be doing. It gives you a lot of focus. It gives you 2, I think. 3 to focus. So Blindside will immediately open up a penetrating shot if you don't move. So when you do that, how did it? It didn't get me any. It says 3 focus, but I've only got 2. Game ripped me off. Now if I don't move, I can go hit this guy. And this has turned into general massacre for them. The quick shot skill is essentially the random skill that you pop off when you've got nothing else you want to use, and they're still good distance away. Good for boss fights because it doesn't take all that much power. I've been playing too much Magic the Gathering. Mana is in Magic the Gathering. And I'm sure in a different game. I can't remember it now. It's in some magical game. The barbed arrow is the last skill that you have in your little thing. It actually doesn't slow down as much as quick shot will if you're in strength stance, but if you're in precision, and I don't know why you would do that, these will work as well as anything else, since you don't have anything else that'll slow them down other than this, which is requires being lured into, and other things you could do if you had better English than I do. It's just videos. I'm generally good at talking normally, I suppose, in real life, but in videos I just get scatterbrained and mess up everything. And hey, I didn't know that they had a piece of fence that was falling over here. That's interesting. At least it's slight graphical details, because see, those are the sorts of things that Turbine does well. It's not all the same. Free Realms and other games of slightly or greatly, in Free Realms' case, lesser quality, generally forget to do things like that, and they make the entire world perfect, except for the gigantic orcs. They'd have a pristine house for you to fight slob monsters in. A slob monster, I don't know what that would be. That's an odd thing to call them. But if they were a slovenly, dirty creature, they would be in a pristine house, because they don't know how to add filth graphics to things. And everything's perfect, which is good for younger audiences, but in a great game like this, I can't believe how much of a tangent I've gone off on today. I think it's because I want the video to go on longer, but I've covered everything I went to do. And I also think I'm putting off going into the Old Forest just because I don't want to do the Old Forest. I'm going to have to next episode, I'm sure. No, I've got a thing I can do. I can do Saradoun's Call. And I'll go do something other than the Old Forest. Yay! I'll also have to talk to the Strider and Bree and get his quest for the Old Forest. So I suppose there's other stuff I could do. And I could go get the quests that don't give me anything. But that is the essential strategy for a hunter. I like opening up with Barbed Arrow, opening up, then Scourging Blow, and they're pretty much dead after that point, if you look at their health. Especially if they're so much beneath you, so far beneath you. So Barbed Arrow, a quick shot, and a Scourging Blow, another quick shot, and a Penetrating Arrow should kill anything on your level. And you're being annoying, aren't you? I can't focus because he got in before the combat was out. So I think if I do that, oh my god, I moved forward and got rid of my stuff. People are being annoying to me today, so die. Thank you for watching, and I hope to at some point either bring you a montage or a how not to do the Watcher raid, which I'm sure will be a montage of my failure, but that will be fine. And I hope you have a wonderful day.